Hey everyone! Today I'm going to be taking you on a behind-the-scenes tour of the finish line for the 2025 New York City Marathon. So without further ado, let's go ahead and head down to street level and see what all the hype is about. I'll see you all down there. Hey everyone, and welcome to Marathon Weekend right here in New York City. We're currently on the corner of 7th Avenue and 57th Street, New York City's Billionaires Row. And on today's walking tour, we're going to be doing a complete behind-the-scenes look at the finish line for the 2025 New York City Marathon. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. We're looking right at Carnegie Hall. And the good news here is that the scaffolding is finally coming down after many, many years. We're also looking up at 157 West 57th Street, which is the first building ever constructed on New York City's Billionaires Row. Expect a lot of delays and a lot of road closures for tomorrow. So if you're thinking about traveling into the city tomorrow, November 2nd, 2025, I would highly recommend doing so by train as opposed to by car. This is the main entrance to Carnegie Hall. We're also going to be passing the very famous Russian Tea Room, which sits right across the street from the Park Hyatt, New York, which just so happens to sit inside 157. I was checking some of the hotel rates at the major five-star hotels in New York City for Marathon Weekend. And the cheapest room that I see at a five-star hotel is $2,700 per night, particularly if you choose to stay right here at the Park Hyatt. Now, this is 157. The developer is Extel. And the architect for the outside of the building, or the exterior, was Christian de Park. And now that it's sunny out, you can kind of see the two-tone glass right outside of 157 that is meant to resemble a waterfall running down the side of the building. You'll also notice two main entrances here. Door number 1 is the Park Hyatt, New York, which is the five-star hotel. Door number 2 is the 157 residences. So if you own or rent a condo in 157, you'll be able to enter through that door, but you have the ability to access all of the five-star amenities from the Park Hyatt, including their maid service and their staff, as well as the gym and the swimming pool. We're going to continue to walk towards 6th Avenue, in which case, on our way, we're going to be passing 6th and a half Avenue. We'll also be passing Steinway Tower, which is the skinniest residential apartment building in the entire world. I would say the only downside about Billionaires Row, living right here on 57th Street, is the amount of noise, because you got to remember 57th Street is a very, very busy street here in Manhattan, and it runs east to west, so it's not a one-way, and it's kind of the main thoroughfare for a lot of construction vehicles headed over towards the 59th Street Bridge to get off the island of Manhattan to go to Queens, New York. Here's the Thompson Hotel. But now we have a direct shot at the original Steinway building. Now, many people don't know this, but Steinway Tower has two components. Number one is the original Steinway piano headquarters that you see right here, with this stunning limestone facade. And number two, you have the super skinny, super tall, that encompasses 60 residential apartment units. And it resembles kind of like a stairway to heaven. And as I've said, that is the skinniest residential apartment building in the world. And it sits between 6th Avenue and 7th Avenue on 57th Street. On the 58th Street side, you have the private garage, as well as the main valet for Steinway. I want to zoom in on the original moldings of the building right here. You can even see the Steinway & Sons logo. It's a really beautiful building. I tend to enjoy the limestone facades. As you know, we've talked about many of those buildings from 15 Central Park West to 220 Central Park South, and even more recently, 520 Park Avenue, which is another Robert A.M. Stern building. We're now going to make a left on 6th Avenue and head into Central Park, in which case we'll be walking all the way to the finish line of the New York City Marathon. So maybe if you're watching this video and you're thinking about running the marathon next year, you'll be able to get kind of a behind-the-scenes look on what it's actually like. Kind of see what I'm talking about here. 57th Street being a very, very busy street. But once we get to the corner of 57th Street and we look eastbound, you'll be able to see yet another building on New York City's Billionaires Row. And this is 432 Park Avenue. That is a building developed by Harry Mackellow.
Ollie.
Coming up on West 58th Street, you're going to be able to see quite the interesting and lovely building. If I zoom out and I pan the camera up, this building is 50 Central Park South. This is the Ritz-Carlton Hotel and Residences. And the architect on this beautiful building is the very famous Emery Roth. If you've ever watched any of our Upper West Side walking tours, I've done an entire tour showcasing every single Emery Roth building on Manhattan's Upper West Side. I would say my two favorite architects in New York City, number one being Rosario Candela, and number two being Emery Roth. Here you can see all the marathon runners.
You just went to the club, it don't matter.
All right, this is 59th Street. Central Park South, you'll notice a lot of the NYPD barricades, as this section will be closed off for the New York City Marathon. You could look over and see the Deutsche Bank towers, as well as 1 Central Park West. And as we wait for the light, you'll be able to see the Sherry Netherland Hotel, the Pierre Hotel, and the new Zeckendorf development at 520 Park Avenue, with the architect on that deal being Robert A.M. Stern. Okay, we're officially entering in the park. You can see all the beautiful horses here. And here you have a backdrop of all of Central Park South and Billionaires Row.
might work a couple of days now, but you know, those days are declining. Especially out there.
Such a nice day in Central Park, too. And it seems as if the foliage is happening a little bit later on in the year this year. It's already November 1st, and I don't believe we've reached peak foliage yet. If you saw the quick shot of Central Park in the very beginning of this video, you can kind of have a bird's eye view of it, and still, it's not really the peak foliage. In any event, as we're talking about the limestone facades, you could see 15 Central Park West in the distance. That building is nicknamed the Limestone Jesus Building. And it was completed during the depths of the great financial crisis in 2008, still achieving record price per square foot levels. You have some major Wall Street bigwigs that own residences there.
Park was built in 1850. I'll probably go like a way.
And we'll give you one more shot of 220 Central Park South. That is a Vornado development. And then that big tall glass building is Central Park Tower. That is the tallest building on New York City's Billionaires Row, developed by Xtel. One of the things that you're going to see coming up here in a moment are all of the flags that represent every single country where there is a runner. And this morning was a really, really cool sight to see, because all of the runners were taking photographs with their respective country flag, which was very cool. So as the runners are in their final stretch, you'll be able to see all of the different flags from around the world represented in the New York City Marathon. This is a great shot of 1 Central Park West and 15 Central Park West. Both buildings offer really great views. Okay, so we're getting closer now, and if I zoom in, you'll be able to see that final stretch. Now, the finish line roughly lines up with the Tavern on the Green. That's where you'll have the main finish line and then all the marathon events set up right outside of the restaurant there. Just so beautiful. Here's a better shot of all of that limestone on 15 Central Park West. Interesting story that many people don't know is that they've sourced the same exact limestone that was used to construct the Empire State Building for 15 Central Park West. It was an Indiana rock quarry where they sourced that limestone. And now we're in the final stretch where you can see all of the main flags. You even have the TV cameras set up. So if you're watching the race tomorrow on TV, this is interesting behind the scenes look for you because all of the cameras will roughly be right here, which is Columbus Circle. Here you can see one of the cameras as well as the audio-visual equipment. And here you can see all the flags. All the runners can find their flag and take a photo in front of it. Oops, I've spotted Canada. There you can see the South Korean flag. Someone's taking a photo with it. Must be so inspiring to be a runner on marathon day. Running through Central Park. Just wait till you see the finish line. Then here's the marker for 400 more meters to go. It's good now that the wind is picking up. You'll be able to see the flags a little bit better. And this is officially the 26-mile marker. Here's mile marker 26. The very home stretch. And if I zoom in That is the finish line for the 2025 New York City Marathon. You could hear they're testing the speakers right now. You can see all the advertisements, Tiffany & Co. What a nice setup. Oh, I think I see Argentina over there. Let's go check that out. We do have a lot of viewers from Argentina. All right, there we have it. Very nice. Professor Dario, if you're watching. Here we have the flag for Argentina. Wow, and look at this view, everyone. For the runners, you have that perfect view of the Steinway Tower. But the building that's reflecting the sun right now is 53 West 53rd Street. That is the Jean Nouvel building. And then you have Extel's 157, and of course the iconic shot of the Essex House. Oh, this is cool. This is the dog run. And this is the official marker for 200 more meters to go. Now, the race starts in Staten Island. So the runners will be going over the Verrazano Bridge. Wait until you guys see the finish line. You're really going to like it. And this is the main area for the spectators. You'll have all the main bleacher seats. Hey, there's the good old US of A right here. The star of the show. What a great looking flag. Here's another one of the television cameras here. And here is the main Jumbotron. And right behind it is the Tavern on the Green. And here's the main bleacher seats for the spectators. It's very interesting to be able to see it before the race. I mean, just look at the backdrop, all in New York, great buildings in Manhattan. And then there you have it. If I zoom in, that's the original building for the Tavern on the Green.
Yeah, and it wasn't like stereotypical.
Hello.
If you were to make a right here, this is the main sheep meadow. And here we are. This is the finish line.
So there was a lot of people posting on social media, aber dafür haben wir
I wonder what this area is here. It says West Side Hospitality. Ticketing required. New York City Marathon, New York Road Runners. And here we are, we've officially made it. This is the finish line for the 2025 New York City Marathon. Perhaps that's the main commentator's box. That's really nice. I'm excited for it. I'm excited to watch the race tomorrow.
Tent on the west side, right in front of that where that tree is, correct? From both sides.
That also looks like a commentator's box. It says ESPN. Maybe that's where the sportscasters will be staying. I mean, if you live on Billionaires Row, you're going to have a beautiful bird's eye view of the finish.
love that.
I really like the backdrop of the Upper West Side here. This is the main entrance to the Tavern on the Green. This is the New York City Marathon Pavilion, presented by MasterCard. And there he is, Fred LeBeau. "16 hours, 12 minutes, 59 seconds. We'll get one more shot of the finish line, and then we'll get a look at the baggage claim at the end. All right, there it is. Looks really, really good. Let's now head back. We'll check out the main baggage claim area. That will be right on Central Park West. Let's go ahead and do that now. I wonder how the medals are going to look this year. And here you have the main welcome signs. And this will now bring us to Central Park West and 67th Street. This is the family reunion entrance. It looks like they're going to be setting it up by alphabetical order. Oh, let's see here. So this is a map of the finish line. Good old New York City.
And she's like, yeah, you guys are gonna start here, like that's the basic.
The Upper West Side of Manhattan is a very, very special place. It's very peaceful, very calming here. And of course you have these great views of Billionaires Row. But if you're interested in a lot of the old original buildings, the architecture here, you could check out our other Upper West Side walking tours, specifically about Emery Roth and a lot of the Emery Roth buildings. This is now West 66th Street and Central Park West. You can see the little taxi symbol right here. So your doorman can illuminate that and light it up. This triggered a major assessment for the building. As we walk southbound, we'll enter New York City's Columbus Circle, and we'll be able to see right outside of 15 Central Park West. This is now 64th Street. You can see how everything is kind of barricaded in. This is the Century, which is another really beautiful building that has those two stunning towers. Here looks like another complete map of the finish line on the Upper West Side. This is the finish map. And then we'll come up on one of my favorite buildings, 15 Central Park West. Next week, I'm going to be filming a complete walking route of the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. I'll also be showing you where you can go to see them inflate the balloons before the main Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. It'll be interesting to walk the full parade route. All right, and here we are. This is the Limestone Jesus building. That is 15 Central Park West. Here it is. Now, the top units in the building facing Central Park West are the best units in my opinion. Because they have full terraces with Central Park frontage. And here we are leading into Columbus Circle. If you all enjoyed that behind the scenes look for the New York City Marathon, subscribe to the channel, leave a like on the video, and as always, we will see you all in the next one, and thank you so much for watching, and a special good luck to all of our runners tomorrow. Take care.